listening to Coyote Tay Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're here with my buddy Chongo.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
Chongo,
anyways,
yeah, go for it, Chongo.
so we're out there, and there's also a lot of car shows coming out because it's springtime.
Oh, it's a nice time to get your ride out there, cruising around the neighborhood.
Yeah, gotta shine up that car.
Spark and shine,
cruising.
baby.
Yeah. So, hey, Primo.
Yeah.
So, we got some jams going on.
Well, you know what? There's some different jams coming up. I know that there's gonna be some singers that are, or there's this one singer that's gonna be coming to the Heritage Square, part of a Insight and Sound program that they're doing. He sings these really great songs. He's got a really nice voice. We'll have a flyer in the comments if anybody would like to participate. I do believe it's free for the community.
Free for the community. Oh wow!
Yeah.
And then that's at Heritage.
At Heritage Square, it's coming up. Like I said, all the details will be in the flyer below. Shout out to Mr. Jose for helping organize that. Jose from the band Las Cafeteras, great guy, local here from Oxnard. So we wanted to show support and we're thankful that he's taking the time to make things like this happen.
Oh, okay. And if you're not familiar with the 805's Heritage Square, it's a bunch of buildings that are kind of been thrown together years ago. They're old Victorian houses that were put together in the center of Oxnard. Beautiful houses.
They had something on the news, I think, the other day. Did you see that on social media?
It was
some helicopter footage of the Heritage Square.
Yeah.
And you could see it all from up there, and everybody's like, wow, look at all those beautiful buildings.
Yeah. It's beautiful out here in springtime. We get a little overcast throughout most of the year, but throughout the rest of the year, it's kind of sunny out here. Really beautiful beaches.
Hey, Chongo.
Yo, what's up?
Did you get to go see the whale that got beached here in Ventura?
No, it's really sad right now. I heard about all that stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
It's the bloom of the algae and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
That's
really sad, man. It's really, it's really sad. We're in some interesting times right now. I mean, the world's changing and everything else is changing, and we're just out here just
trying to survive and see how things change, right?
Yeah, show love. We gotta show love, even though everything's going crazy. It's just
that's what
love.
it is, man. That's the best time. That's the most important time to show the love. You know what I mean?
Right. It's just show love. Open up your heart. Everything's inside your heart. And if you don't show your love, then things end up getting bad.
What my friend Chongo here is really trying to say is, all we're saying is give peace a chance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah. It's
love is all you need.
Yeah. Everybody ends up going through stuff daily, and you don't know what kind of troubles they end up having, and you just gotta, give them a good smile, sometimes give them a good hug, and, try to make their day better. Without that, they could be going through some serious stuff, and you don't want that. You just want them to be happy. You just want to make sure that they're okay.
So, if we could play a playlist of songs to make people feel better, Chongo, which we probably can't afford the copyright to, what would those songs be?
Let's see. All You Need Is Love.
Yes.
And a lot of Beatles songs ended up being written around love because they were also going through troubled times back in the 70s.
I would say, how about The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's a pretty good one.
Definitely. And,
Sha-la-la.
Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la. So anyways, also, with the way times are going right now, I always like Jim Croce, If I Were to Save Time in a Bottle.
Oh, yeah. That's always a good one.
Would to save time in a bottle. Excellent songs. So we just give them a good kind of karaoke style.
I kind of grew on my beard because I felt like I looked kind of like Jim Croce.
Yeah, you do, dude. You totally do.
I think I'll be Jim Croce for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that idea.
Yeah. So, anyways, Um, let's see here. Um, yeah, we do. Like I said, we get a lot of people. A lot of people showing up here to Ventura County. We just got to make sure that everybody's nice and safe. Here's a joke, that I heard the other day, and I'm always hearing people always come in for vacation and leave on probation.
Whoa, hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, if you're out there cruising around, just be safe. People aren't driving. You know what I noticed is I was cruising down the street in my 5.4, and I was cruising around. Yeah. And what happened was, people aren't driving the way they're supposed to be driving.
They're a little more reckless.
They're a little bit more reckless.
It's their vision just stuck in that little tiny little phone screen.
They're preoccupied with the phones, and
it's telling them the future or something.
Yeah. Be here, be now.
Hey, you went to that goth market. How was it? I heard you had a good time.
Oh, it was excellent, dude.
That was a goth market that happened in Ventura.
There was a lot of stuff there, dude.
There was a lot of cool people. I noticed that.
Yeah, there was crystals and people telling fortunes and everything else. And shout out to the Grimoire Fest. It was pretty awesome. It keeps me growing more and more and more.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
and like I said, it seemed like pretty grassroots. They did it on their own.
Yeah, it seems to be growing more and more and more. There's right now we're like, if you look at it, we're kind of. I'm kind of into the Halloween scene. Yeah. Because I like to dress up. Sometimes I like to climb skyscrapers and swat down planes.
Right.
So, I'm into the Halloween thing, and it seems like there's a lot of Halloween conventions coming up in LA, and they have Monsterpalooza, they have CreepCon, and all kinds of other stuff going on out there. And I just kind of, I go there and just kind of trip out on a lot of things that go on.
Right. It's good times.
Good times, definitely. So what's been going on with you, Primo?
Dude, I went to the Bob Baker Puppet Festival. Why haven't you gone? It's like the most amazing thing in the world.
Yeah, I wanted to go, but I've been kind of busy.
Right. I try to make, like I said, I just try to make time for this particular one because, gosh, I mean the different amounts of styles of puppetry. Oh, you know what? That's what I need to invite you to. You need to go to a puppet slam with me. I went to
the What's a puppet slam?
LA Puppet Slam. It's basically put together by the LA Puppet Guild. Yeah. And every so often they put together a puppet slam so they get the best of all their different kinds of puppeteers. Okay. So it's not just one kind of puppeteering, it's like all these different kinds of puppeteerings. And they ran out like a kind of like an Elks Lodge pace.
Okay.
And then they just all do performances like for a good couple hours.
You know what I miss?
What's that?
Well, I used to actually, in the 70s, man, I used to go out and do a lot of the drum circles out and chill out there and play the drums. It was so mesmerizing.
They still do that in Venice Beach.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they do that in Venice Beach on Sundays around 4 o'clock in the evening.
Okay. Yeah, we got to go check out that puppet slam.
No, yeah, so like I said, it happens every so often. And it's actually really cheap to become a member of the Los Angeles Puppet Guild.
Okay.
And then the tickets are like for half price, which is like $15.
Okay.
So it's worth it. It's totally worth it. And when you become a member of the Puppet Guild, every so often they have like these performances or like special guest appearances at the Magic Castle.
Oh, at the Magic Castle.
Yeah, so you get access to the Magic Castle that way because the puppeteers and the musicians, they're both kind of like acknowledging the same kind of like old world arts.
Okay. Yeah.
They roll together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your rodeo there, Primo?
What's that?
Is that your roadie right there, right beside you?
Rodeo.
Your roadie.
Oh, that's my Uncle Willie.
Uncle Willie, huh?
Yeah, Uncle Willie. He went. He's a little. He's not all there.
Oh,
Willie's not all there.
Yeah.
And so instead of just sitting in front of the porch, he just decided, hey, why don't you just come hang out with me and Uncle Willie, he's a sharp guy. He just, he's just not all there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Uncle Willie.
Like I said, he's not all there. He hears you. He hears you. Trust me, he hears you. He's always listening.
Yeah.
But he he's not very responsive.
So this is the beginning of the week. You know, we got we have Cinco de Mayo coming up.
Wow,
We
time is
have
flying.
we have May the 4th coming up. Are you gonna do any of that Star Wars stuff, man?
You know what? Maybe. We'll see if what's going on. Let me see. What do I have that is Star Warsy? Um, well, the only thing that I have that's interesting is my buddy re-edited a movie called Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And he re-edited it, and it's pretty interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds cool. That sounds cool. Yeah, I mean we got May 1st, and then we got May
the
4th.
Revenge of the Sith screened in the theaters last week.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
I wanted to see it, but
I heard that. And then we got May the 4th, and then we got Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Drinko.
Cinco de Drinko. It's where everybody becomes Mexican. It's kind of like St. Patrick's Day, where everybody becomes Irish.
Yay!
But you know, it's
anything for the celebration.
Anything for celebration. You know, everybody likes to party.
The American way.
And that's you're right, man. It's the American way.
Cinco de Drinko.
We're very thankful to be alive.
We're not sponsoring that message at all. We're mocking it.
Yeah, we're just it's very good to be alive, but you got to be careful what you're doing. You know, just have fun out there. You know, even if you don't drink
responsibly.
Responsibly is the word. You know, and go out and have fun. I mean, you don't have to drink. You can just drink some soda, but just as long as you're out there having. Oh, definitely. Es balón.
¿Qué? ¿Qué?
Primo?
¿Qué dice primo?
Bailan. You gonna dance?
Oh yeah, bailan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm always down for a little bit of bailan.
You gonna dance? Do some dancing.
Dancing.
Do some dancing. Especially on Cinco de Mayo, we listen to all the music.
And David Bowie.
David Bowie?
David Bowie, yeah.
David Bowie.
Let's dance. Put on sound like a vampire.
Yes. Oh, there's a song that I like. By him. I forgot what it was, but it was pretty creepy, man. Anyways, so let's see.